Mercy knows best.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? I am your host, Ramir Murphy, number two. In the middle, we got Mr. Shaquille Murphy. Murphy, number one. And on my right side, on your right side, we have Murphy, number three, Zaire Murphy, the fake Browns fans, guys. All right,
start off like
Murphy
this, okay?
Best. Welcome to Murphy Knows Best, brothers. How we feeling today? How we feeling?
Feeling good. Beautiful day.
Long time
Yes,
coming.
sir.
I'm truly privileged to be here
Shout
with
it
you
out.
guys,
Shout it
man.
out.
I love you guys, and I look forward to this 100%.
It's gonna be fun, guys. So we got a few topics we about to get into, but beforehand, how we feeling about the NFL season? How we feeling? We excited?
Feeling good. Feeling ready.
What
Browns
team you
Super
got
Bowl.
this year, bro? What team you got? Seattle, you got the Browns this year.
Seahawks fan by force. Shedor fan in the heart.
Okay.
I've
I
never
blame
met
Uncle
somebody-
Sam for all of this. I blame
Right.
Uncle Sam for all of this. You're supposed to
Brothers.
have one team and stick with it. Come on,
Hey,
now.
man.
I've never met somebody after they team won a Super Bowl, he decides to switch up for a backup
see the risk.
quarterback.
Backup
I've
quarterback's
never-
impossible. You see the
His
jersey.
team won
Back up,
Bro.
third string quarterback.
third string quarterback. Your team won the Super Bowl last year, and he
Listen, man.
he wasn't excited. He wasn't nothing.
Listen,
And this
man.
is the guy
As a
who
diehard,
cried when Seattle lost in the playoff game. Cried tears.
after how they did Russell Wilson, it's a hard, tough love relationship. You understand
Okay.
what I'm saying?
I respect it.
Won it
Russell
out,
Wilson
bro.
he wanted out, and they wasn't treating him right. They wasn't putting the talent around him to grow. But it's okay.
Wait, time out. You was a Denver Bronco fan too.
What was that?
When he was with
He
the
was
Denver
a Giants
Broncos.
fan last year, bro. He was like, I'm going
Oh,
wherever
shit.
Russell Wilson go.
Yo, are
was
we
a
talking
Giants
about this? Like, I'm confused. Is this the schedule release? Or what we doing here, guys?
We'll get back into it. We'll get back into it.
3-2. That's all I know.
Let's hop into our first talk segment of the day.
Let's
Super
do
Bowl
it.
predictions by Sleeping Teams, brothers.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Rob,
Who want to start it off? The oldest or the youngest?
Let's
That's
start off
pretty
in
young,
order. Quill, you go first.
You want me to start it off?
Take it off.
Yeah,
Cool.
you
Go
start
ahead.
off first.
First of all, I gotta put this up for mommy. Because
Shout
I've
out,
been getting
shout
yelled at. So we gotta put this up for mommy. When it comes to the Super Bowl this year, I honestly think we cannot pick our teams. I'm a Tennessee Titan fan, as you can see. Eagles, I don't know, Zah. So we can't pick
You
our
Love the
teams.
quarterbacks.
So when it comes to it, if I can't pick the Tennessee Titans, I truly think out of the AFC, I think Kansas City is going to get it right this year. Will they be as dominant? No, but when you got a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, anything is possible. Anything can go down at any time, and only thing you need is to get in the playoffs. And I think they will get in the playoffs, and with that experience, it's 100% possible that they can take off and do what they got to do. A young wide receiver room, but at the same time, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. So I think they will take it.
He's going to be the same? I'm sorry.
Do you think he's going to start? I was going to ask the same thing. If he doesn't start the season, or do you have the same confidence in him? I don't think
I don't think he's going to start the season either. But at the same time, I think he's going to come in probably around week 4. If they go 1-2 in the first 3 weeks, I think they want to be in decent shape. Can they? I don't have their schedule up on me right now, but I think they can go 1-2 regardless. And then Patrick can come in there and do what he got to do when it comes to it. So that's why I like them. Another team that I like in the AFC, can Buffalo get it done this year? Can they?
Sometimes they are.
They
actually was their best chance.
Last year definitely was their
lost.
best chance, and they did lose. Brady is a good coach, but I think he's a better offensive coach than head coach. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be interesting to see how that goes down and that dynamic in that locker room. Will they trust them?
Question: Did Sean McDermott get a new head coaching job?
No, he did not. He's still on the streets right now, just chilling.
That's crazy.
Well, think about it. All that money that he's getting right now just to be at home, I'll stay at home too.
Don't blame me. Don't blame me.
I don't blame you at all.
For a good job next year.
Could be like Tomlin.
There's gonna be a few jobs.
Yeah.
Gonna be a few jobs open next year.
So I think it's going to be one of those two, if it's not the Titans, of course. So when it comes down to it, I'm going to say KC. In the NFC, can the Lions do it this year? Will we finally get Detroit versus Buffalo? Will we get Detroit versus KC? Detroit, they have a squad. I love Isaiah Pacheco as their number 2. Jersey all day. So I think Detroit can make some noise. I love the Rams. I think it will be the Rams and KC, though. When it comes down to it, I think it's going to be the Rams versus KC for the Super Bowl this year if we can't include our team. So that's what I'm going to go with. Zaza.
All right.
Let me hear that.
You going to go?
No, Ron second. I'll let Ron go. He's second. He's second. He's second in line. I'll give him to him.
Go ahead, Ron.
Now, I'm gonna cheat. I think it's gonna be the Eagles. I'm just playing. I do think it's gonna be the Eagles though. We every other year, we alternate. Last year we had our off. We had our one and done in the playoffs. This year that means we're going to the Super Bowl and we're probably gonna win. Now who we gonna face? It don't matter because I think we're gonna dog walk them either way, like we did the Chiefs. But if I can't pick the Eagles on the NFC side. It's going the same way Quill did. I'm gonna start with the side that my team is on, the conference my team is on. I think the Rams probably scare me the most, even though the Eagles handle them. We beat them every year, but I am a little nervous about them this year because they shored up their weakness. Them corners they just basically they stole the Chiefs starting corners for the last 2 years. Isaiah wait, what's his name? McDuffie. They stole McDuffie
and Watson.
And that was basically that was their weakness. Their corners was just like they got beat easily. So their secondary is looking good. Their defensive line is just a bunch of young, hungry dogs. That's gonna be dangerous. So I'm a little nervous about the Rams this year. I don't think it's too much. It's too much to worry about besides them on the NFC. I think they got the Lions, but I don't think the Lions figured it out. I don't think they got the coordinators they need for real.
Yeah, I don't think Jared Goff can get it done, in my opinion.
Jared Goff, he's
cool. If you get a running game, guys, you got to realize a running game can solidify everything when it comes to an offense.
But once it gets to the cold weather, if they don't have the home field advantage, and then you need Jared to win you a game, I'm not confident he's going to win you the game. That's just me, though. Unless he's number 1 seed, I feel
like Jared can win you. Jared can win you some games. I know it's not. I have confidence. I don't think it's a question mark with his ability. It's just the plan they have, and you just gotta hope he don't have one of those 5 turnover games. That random 5.
He's very prone to do it. He's very prone to do it.
I think sometimes he be pressing because that game against the Commanders where he threw 5 turnovers, their whole defense was trash. So
that's what I'm saying though. From the reason that the Seahawks were able to win with Sam Darnold, not saying Sam Darnold's a bad quarterback, he made the throws he needs to do, but Sam Darnold, Jared Goff, they're all in the same vicinity for me personally. I'm not sure about you guys, but personally, they're in the same vicinity, right? But when you have a dog defense that you can count on, Seahawks defense, you can count on him. So if Sam doesn't need to press, he feels comfortable enough not to press, right? So even going back to last year, I'm sorry for cutting you off, Rara, but even going back to last year when we were talking about it, I believe it was a game against the Seahawks played the Rams early in the season. Sam Darnold threw 5 interceptions, and I think they were still in the game. The game was still close.
Hey, that defense is ridiculous.
And that's the earlier thing that happened earlier in the season. So as the season went on and on and on, Sam can understand, I have a defense that can back me up. If I don't throw 5 interceptions, I can win the game. I don't think the Lions have that. I don't think if Jared Goff throws, I don't think the Lions defense is that. Did they reassure their corner spot position? Did they do all these other things defensively to make Jared Goff feel comfortable like they did that one year? Because specifically that one year that they had, And even Dan Campbell said, this was our year. We don't know if we're going to get back. It's rare. You don't know. Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah,
My bad.
I mean, you cut me off, bro. I'm just playing.
I'm sorry. No,
Yeah,
you're right. I talk a lot. I'm gonna let you go. Let you go.
Look at this guy still going. I'm just playing. But I agree with that though. I agree with you. I agree with you saying. I don't know if they have the defense to complement and to take them to the promised land. And they got a tough division with a young and hungry Bears team who surprised. Their defense was trash too. I don't even know how they did some of the things they did, but they have their defense looks better. Caleb Williams coming on year 3 with Ben Johnson, a great offensive coach. That they got a tough conference. I think the Vikings. It's going to be rough. It's going to be bad. I think the Vikings got a little better. I don't think they're going to make no. I don't think
if Kyler starts, they're a problem. If Kyler starts, they're a problem. If Kyler starts,
looks trash. Kyler
he's better than JJ McCarthy.
Well, yeah, anybody's better than JJ McCarthy.
Listen, think about this. Everybody's good. Everybody. Go ahead, Rob. Okay, hurry up, Rob. Go to the other team because we're going to.
Who's your AFC? Let's get back on track. Who's your AFC?
In the AFC. In the AFC. Honestly, I don't know.
You can say it, bro. It's okay.
It's definitely not the Titans, bro. I'm sorry. It's not the. And bro, get that Browns jersey off. You're not even a Browns fan.
Come on, who's your AFC?
Stay on subject.
I'm just saying, bro. You
got them off subject.
Throwing layups at me, bro.
This is a difficult thing about working with family is the fact that all the turmoil and all the bickering that happens offline comes online.
First of all,
we gotta figure out.
Ramir started off with saying,
"Wait, who is your AFC team, bro?
All right.
Who's your AFC team? Can we mute Mike?
I don't know for real.
You probably need to.
I mean, if I want to go based off consistency, I gotta say probably the Chiefs, but I don't even really got that much faith in the Chiefs for real. I think whoever wins the Super Bowl coming from the NFC, if I'm being honest. But I'll go with the Chiefs just because of their consistency. And I don't think the Ravens is gonna make too much noise. I think they're gonna be decent because you got Lamar. And I think the Bills is going to be decent because they got Josh Allen. The Bengals, I don't know about their defense. So yes, for consistency's sake and for time's sake, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I don't think they're gonna win it. I don't even know how good they're gonna be, but I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. So let's roll it over to you, Zah. Who you got?
First of all, before I even go with mine, I just want you to know when we started this, Shaquille said his picks. Ramir went to his. I don't care about Rue. We're going with the Eagles. He had a whole spiel about the Eagles before he even started. That's all I'm going to say. Anyways, I'm going to be more professional as a younger brother. I'm going to be more professional and stay on subject, right? Guys, it's pretty clear to me on the NFC side, it's about 2 to 3 teams that I'm really confident in, right? Rams. Listen, you keep coming this close. Stop. You hold your horses, brother. We gotta worry about other people with you first. Make sure y'all not arguing and beefing. All right. We need. I like a team.
We're gonna get into that a little bit later.
We'll get into that later.
But everybody beefing. What are you talking about?
Ramir. Anyways, thank you. NFC. Obviously, the Rams are my number 1 pick right now. Y'all all said the Rams too. Yeah. I think Rams are just clear to me. They got to get it done at some point. Stafford's getting older. Stafford balled out. He did what he had to do. He played almost perfect that last game against the Seattle Seahawks last year. It's just, sometimes you win some, you lose some, right? So Rams, they solidified their back inside. So really, I don't see no really holes in their team. I would have told them to get an extra receiver in the draft. They didn't want to do that. They went with Ty Simpson. They want to play for the future. I understand. But when your window is like this, you got Matthew Stafford. I mean, McCollum is sitting there. Go get him. But I'm not a GM, so I'm not going to say anything. So obviously, Rams are number 1. Number 2, people going to hate this one. I was going through the teams. If the Cowboys can finally not be trash.
Oh, our family will love you, boy.
Oh, my God. And I'm not a Cowboys fan. Not a Cowboys fan.
The Cowboys are not doing anything.
Listen, man. Listen. Dak Prescott has been doing decently. He's doing pretty good. He's been holding up his end of the bargain most of the time. Is he finally going to have a complete season? where he can do what he has to do, perform, and get the job done. We don't know. I'm taking it. Your running back, Javonte Williams, balled out last year. Had a great season last year. Javonte Williams, great pickup. Your receivers are still solid. You still got CD. You still got George Pickens. All right, tight end. Still got Jake Ferguson. You got Floron. Your offense is pretty good, right? Your offense is always pretty good. The problem last year, the problem last year was your defense.
Yeah.
You had a lot of things to solidify your defense this year. You got your defensive line should be solid. You did the Michael Parsons train, cool. First round pick, you got your back end play. You got one of the best back end players, one of the pretty much surefire picks in last couple of years. Great pick, you know. I'm still iffy about the corner situation because I'm not sure did they pick up anybody in free agency through the corners. I'm not exactly sure.
I don't know for sure if they got anybody.
Yeah, not exactly sure with that situation. Yeah, I'm not sure about that situation. But when they did that, they got another defense. I believe they got another defensive lineman with the. Did they get another defensive lineman with the other pick? The 20-something. I believe they got another defensive lineman.
They traded back with us for. They picked up a defensive lineman.
Okay, so they're pretty much saying they're going to get to the passer. If you get to the passer, the corner situation might not matter as much, but the Cowboys have a chance. Again, they have a chance, right? Now, for my other team in NFC that I feel like they have a chance if they put it together. They have to put it together. Time out. Let me go through. Boom, boom, boom.
And hold on 1 second. They did get a cornerback. They got Kobe Durant.
Oh, okay, good pickup. That's a good pickup. That's a good pickup. Okay, yeah. We can rock out with Kobe Durant. That's better than what they had. That's better than what they had.
Pickup. What team you from?
Rams, I believe. Rams. But those two are my teams. Yeah. Every year, I feel like the Eagles always have a chance, but it's like, are they going to put it together? You have to just put it together. We're going to go back to that, but I'm not going to say anything about that no more. AFC side.
It's our year, bro.
No. Anyways, AFC side, to be strong with it. If Mahomes isn't playing the majority of the season, right? And I'm not sure. He said he's reaching for week 1, but I'm not sure how he's going to come back. Man, I'm telling you, Joe Burr, Joe Shiesty, come on now. They're almost in the same position as the Cowboys, I feel like, where your offense has the firepower. They have more firepower than the Cowboys, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Joe Shiesty, consistent quarterback play. You know what he's going to do. Is he going to stay healthy? Fingers crossed. We don't know. Running back, Chase Brown, great player. Then you have 2 stud receivers like you always have. You paid these stud receivers.
Yeah.
They need to perform. They always perform. You have your offense, right? Now, we're doing on the defense. Y'all took that 10th pick y'all got. When they got Dexter Lawrence, okay, cool. I know they got old boy from the Chiefs, a good safety. I believe they got a couple other pickups on the defensive side. We don't need your defense to be the best thing since sliced bread. We just need you to show up. If you can show up, you have a chance with that offense. You have a chance. Obviously, I would say Cleveland. I ain't gonna say that. But on the other side,
not even
another team. Chill. On the other side of the AFC, right? Man, Lamar, we're gonna get it done. Are we gonna get it done this year?
I don't trust that coach.
I trust his defensive side because what he did with the Chargers defense, I like what he did with the Chargers defense, and the Chargers defense doesn't have that much talent in my opinion. Well, they have talent, but it's not what you're working with in Baltimore should be better.
It was just older.
I thought you got to realize though, when it comes to a coach, you can be a great coordinator but be a terrible head coach.
That is true. So, but we don't know until he got to give him a chance. I'm giving him the benefit of doubt. I'm gonna give him the benefit of doubt this year. We're gonna see what he can do. Yep. But at some point,
receiving core at that team too is crazy. That receiving core this year, it's nuts.
That's give him that. Saying. Yeah, they have a chance. You have a chance, especially a key word. If Mahomes is out for a long period of time, guys, stop wasting y'all window. You let Drake May lap you. You gotta win. Make it to the playoffs for the Bills as well. You let Bo Nix. Come on, what are we doing? Right?
They should have won that game.
What are we doing? They won. You're letting these young quarterbacks, these second-year quarterbacks, lap you, and this is supposed to be your year, right? Lamar, are we going to be able to get it done? They got you an outside weapon in Jacoby Lane. He's a good receiver. You have an X. All right. You still have Zay Flowers. You have talent. You still have Derrick Henry. Hold the ball, my brother. Please. Hold the ball, my brother. Right?
Fumbling was crazy.
But what I'm saying to you is
fumbled that much.
Because he's never got hit that hard before. You got to realize his body it doesn't absorb the same way. It doesn't take the punishment the same as he did when he was younger. So even with Tennessee, he fumbled a little bit his last year with Tennessee. He was getting smacked. They not scared of him no more as they were before.
They're not.
So they hitting them now.
That age is different.
Exactly.
But for my final two teams, I'm going to go with solidify this. We're going to have a Super Bowl rematch.
Okay.
Give me the Rams versus the Bengals. That's my final pick.
No.
Rams versus Bengals. Final pick.
And that's my sleeper
final
team.
pick?
Yep.
When we go to the sleepers, which we're about to do right now, I would say my sleeper team is the Cincinnati Bengals, without a shadow of a doubt. Like you were saying before, I love Digger. I forgot it. The pronunciation when it comes to his name, I kind of messed that up, but I love him. I like what he does at the back end of that defense. That line is getting a little bit better, offense and defense line.
Dexy.
So
Sexy Dexy.
He's a
Sexy
nut.
Dexy.
He can ball. Well,
crazy.
at the same time, we got to keep his weight down. Now, boy, he's pushing 4. So you pushing 400. That's an issue. So hopefully we can get.
They picked up an edge too, right? Did they pick up Maya, something like that? Something like Bull from the Seahawks. He's pretty good.
He's pretty decent. So they picked up a couple people, and that defense is going to be a lot better this year. But again, it's no more excuses when it comes to the Cincinnati Bengals. Like we were saying before, T. Higgins is a great number 2, but he needs to be better when it comes to it, more consistent when it comes to it. He needs to stay healthy when it comes to it. He has the capability to do such. Will he actually do it? We're not even going to talk about Chase. Chase is a superstar. Also, crazy. Brown is a really, really good dual threat, double. He can catch, he can run, he can do whatever at that running back.
Do whatever he needs to do.
So I love him there. And Joey B is a monster when it comes to it. His preparation, his mindset when it comes to ball is second to none. So that team has it. They just have to finish when it comes to it. I see them doing big things this year, so that's definitely my sleeper team when it comes to it. On the NFC side, when it comes to sleeper teams, they're really not a sleeper, but the Seattle Supersonics. I'm thinking about basketball. The Seahawks.
You calling the Seahawks as a sleeper team?
Yes, they are. They're technically not a sleeper team, but since I didn't pick them for my championship, I'm going to say, for the Super Bowl, I'm going to say that is definitely.
Are we going to give you that, Quill? I'm not giving you that.
Pick another one, bro.
All right, for my sleeper in the NFC, I'm going to say the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, we'll give you. That's a better one. Okay.
I like the Cowboys this year.
What about the Seahawks? You can pick the Seahawks.
Ramir, let Shakur get his words off. Let him get it off. Let him get it off.
I would say Dallas is my sleeper.
He said the
team.
Cowboys. That made me mad.
Ramir, truth though, bro. Like, what do you want me to say? If they can stay healthy, they're a great team. And I have so much trust and so much faith in Caleb Downs beyond belief. When it comes to the draft, my blue chip guys was Downs, Styles, and Love. If you pick any of those 3, you're going to get an all-pro in the future. So Downs is an all-pro. I trust him beyond belief at that back end, and that defensive line is crazy. So with that being said, they are definitely my sleeper team for this year when it comes to the NFC. Rob.
Let me go next, Rob, so you don't steal my picks. Let me go next, Rob might steal my picks.
Nah,
AFC side.
You gotta go last.
No. Let me have this one.
Y'all can have the same team. If he has the same team as you, if he has.
Let me say because he took my Rams. Let me get one more, Rob. Let me go, Rob. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna be quick. I promise. Come on,
45 minutes.
All right, Rob. Okay, guys. AFC side sleeper team. My brother in the middle got a jersey on. I love the Titans, bro. I love what the Titans are doing with their team. If Carnell Tate is who they think he is, which I'm not sure, but if he's who they think they are, and he is, they got a chance. Cam Ward's a stud. I don't care what no one says. For them, I'm not going to say that other part. I'm going to say that for later. But Cam Ward's a stud in my opinion. I love Cam Ward. The throws he can make on the field, if he has competent talent around him, he's a stud. They have 3 good running backs in my opinion. Tajay Spears, Pollard, and Singleton, who they picked up. I love their running backs. I love their young core receivers. And what I love most, they got Brian Daboll. I love Brian Daboll as the OC. I remember them telling me before when they had when he was with the Giants and they had Malik Neighbors first year, they fed him the ball. Yeah. So as long as they feed Carnell Tate the ball, if he is that guy, they have a chance. Robert Saleh, take care of defense. They got Jermaine Johnson on defense. They picked him up early. They made that trade for him, man. Their team has a chance to be good. And their division they're in, not saying they're a bad division. I don't think you guys have a bad division. No. I'm not too high on Jacksonville this year. I think what they did in the draft was Made no sense to me. Maybe they know more than me. I'm not sure.
Baby. That was malpractice right there. What they did.
Texas and CJ Stroud gonna go back to rookie year. CJ Stroud, we don't know. Their defense is obviously stellar. We love their defense, but CJ Stroud, you got to pick it up. And the Indianapolis Colts are gonna do what they always do every year. They're good in the middle, and they're gonna be mediocre. That's what they're gonna do. They're never gonna get to where they need to be. So, in my opinion, if the Tennessee Titans could put it all together, because you know there's always that team year where you don't expect them, and they put it together. They're my team on the AFC. I love Tennessee Titans. I love the Browns too, but we got to see who their quarterback is first. But we ain't going to talk about that.
We already knew who the quarterback is.
Sheduar Sanders. Yeah, anyway, let's go to the NFC. Sleeper team on the NFC. Easy pick for me. Minnesota Vikings. It's the Minnesota Vikings. Again, Minnesota Vikings. Now, that division is disgustingly hard. We don't know. It's anybody can win any game. There's no well over favor. But I do believe with Kevin O'Connell, great coach, Kevin O'Connell, and you have Kyler Murray as your starting quarterback. If JJ McCarthy is starting quarterback, my answer is null and void. Don't hear anything I say. I didn't say this. If Kyler Murray is with KOC and Kyler Murray can put it together, like I know he's capable of doing. Sometimes he has his faults, but him, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, amazing receiver corps.
Hey, don't forget Jennings too.
Jennings, and they just signed Jennings. You have that low key.
He will have over 800 yards because
that's a top 5 receiver corps right there. Yeah, that's easily a top 5 receiver corps right there, right? Absolutely. If they could put together and Kevin O'Connell could, what's the name? I'm not sure who is their running back. Is still Aaron Jones there, or did they pack him up? I'm not exactly sure. That might be the only thing.
I think they brought him back.
I thought Jones was out of there.
I'm not sure they're running back,
but I think they brought him back. But also, their running back more than likely is Claiborne from Wake Forest. I believe they drafted Claiborne from Wake Forest. He's a speed demon.
Okay, we like that.
Get him. He's extremely fast. It was a late round pick, but it doesn't even matter. He can ball. I promise you, he can ball. Let me actually go check. While you keep on talking, I'm going to check.
Okay. So when it comes to Minnesota, hard division, but again, in the NFC, anything goes down in the NFC. No one's so stellar that we're not sure besides the Rams, in my opinion. So if Kyler Murray can do what he can do with a great coaching and with that amazing defense, still, they have a great defense. I know Harrison Smith retired, I believe, but they still have a great defense. If they can put it together, they have a chance to do something great in that division, in that NFC. If there's going to be a sleeper team in there or a resurgence of a quarterback, because there's always a resurgence of a quarterback every year. Kyler Murray, this is your year. You should easily beat out JJ McCarthy. If you don't, we got other problems. Because JJ McCarthy, I watched him every game last year. Hard to watch every game. Not gonna lie. Hard to watch.
He was a true rookie. He needed some time to develop.
He wasn't good in college.
No. He had a whole year to sit and just wait.
He was injured that whole year.
He wasn't that good in college.
You gotta get on the field, bro. You gotta get on the field.
I don't know.
I'm here.
No.
I think. Hold on. In my opinion, I think they should have brought back Kirk Cousins. They should have re-signed Kirk Cousins. Told him that we're going to draft a quarterback. Because that's basically would have been the same situation that happened when he went to Atlanta. Except for Atlanta didn't tell him they was going to draft a quarterback. They should have brought back.
That was the reason why, bro. They told him he was going to draft one. He said no. He said no. He should have just stayed. I think it would have made more sense because Kirk Cousins played. I think Kirk Cousins would have been a good mentor to him.
But the thing about it is that what Kirk wanted? We don't know if Kirk wanted that.
It probably wasn't. It probably wasn't what he wanted because he
didn't know who the quarterback would be.
Going back to that running back conversation, real quick, fellas. They did bring Aaron Jones back, and their backup right now is Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason.
He can ball, but sometimes it's 50-50 with him.
He be missing the hole. Jordan Mason is good, but he has his. I'm like, Jordan Mason, hit the hole, my brother.
I love Claiborne. That Claiborne, he was a 6th-round draft pick, but he can ball. Okay. When I say his speed is crazy, sometimes he reminds me of Chris Johnson from back in the day. Then sometimes he don't. So it's just, of course, a Titans player, but he can play. He definitely can play. Keep an eye on him this year. I wouldn't be surprised if he started at some point in time. I wouldn't.
Aaron Jones gonna go down. We all know that. We just don't know.
Yeah,
hamstring.
Week 3 is hanging on by a hamstring.
All right, Rob. Who's your sleeper team, Rob?
My sleeper team. I'm gonna start with the AFC first. I'm gonna go with Quill said. I wasn't talking bad about them, but I do think the Bengals are probably the sleeper team because they just got to pull it together. We all know that offense is crazy. If Joe Burrow don't get injured, if he plays a full season worth of football, the Bengals is going to be a dynamic, probably a top ranked offense for sure. They have too much talent. If their offensive line, I'm not 100% sure if they got that. I know they drafted some people. I know they might, they always try to fix up that offensive line. If their offensive line is somewhat decent, they're gonna be straight. They just gotta their offense because they gonna if they keep Joe Burrow up with those weapons around him, they probably gonna go for 45 a game. They're crazy. 40 plus a game. Crazy. Them boys can put up some points.
They can.
Them boys can put up some points. 45 on the dime. But they can put up some points if they stay healthy. The defense is always the problem with them. Do they have enough talent? I feel like this is one of their most hard, their best attempts of trying to shore up that defense. They let Trey Hendrickson. They finally let Trey Hendrickson out the door. They probably should have done that earlier. But they got compensation for him. Yeah, but they bring in Sexy Dexy. I'm glad they got him out the division. I'm glad he's out of that division. I was sick and tired of him on the Giants, but he's a star. He's a star defensive player. If he stays injured, if he stays healthy, I think he's gonna make a very strong impact on that team. And some of the other.
I apologize. I said you pushing 400. You need to get that weight down because he ain't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he go back, if he can get his weight under control and he's consistently on the field, he's a problem. He's a star defensive player.
What's your NFC pick, Rara?
My NFC pick, since I can't pick the Eagles because we're obviously not a sleeper team. Well, we might be a sleeper team this year.
You can't pick the Eagles for every answer.
They're gonna be sleep. We're not a sleeper team.
I'm not gonna pick the Eagles, bro. Because apparently, we contenders, we Super Bowl contenders every year.
But please.
We are Super Bowl contenders every year. But if I gotta pick on the NFC as a sleeper team, would you consider the Bears a sleeper team?
Yes, 100%. You would.
I think the Bears is. I like the Bears. I like Iceman. I like Caleb Williams. I think the Bears, with the additions they've made on that defense, I think they could be a solid team. Their offense was looking pretty good. They got rid of DJ Moore.
They lost some pieces too. They did lose some pieces. They
did lose some pieces.
They lost that corner. They lost Brisker.
Yeah, they lost some pieces. They lost some
retired
pieces for sure. Yeah, but I think they're a talented young team who they're gonna be dangerous. They are in a crazy division. They are in a super crazy division, but they might be the first or second best team in that division.
Somebody got to be last in that division too. That's what I'll be thinking. I'm scared.
I think the Vikings is gonna be last if I'm being honest.
Crazy,
it depends. I mean, but it all depends on how you feel about them. Like I'm not.
I respect
it. It's like it depends on how you feel about each team. Because I'm not super high on the Vikings, but obviously Zaire is high, and I know you probably a little higher on them than I am too.
I'm high on them because of their coaching staff. Like I don't think about just the players that are on the field. Being a Titans fan for so long, you know what terrible coaching looks like. You know what terrible coaching does.
Coach malpractice.
Exactly, it's malpractice, bro. So I'm thinking about more so the coaching aspect as well as the players that they have into fray. The coaching with the Vikings is amazing.
Phenomenal.
Like that DC over there is legit.
Brian Flores, right? He's still over there? That's crazy.
There.
He's still DC.
He should be a head coach somewhere. And the fact that he is the DC over there, he's okay with it. But you got a DC that's that damn good, that's okay with being a DC, just like Brian Dable. You got an OC over there that's okay with being an OC right now. He's not thinking about being a head coach. That is dangerous because you got some of these young OCs or these young DCs that are so focused on being a head coach one day because everybody's saying, hey, you're going to be a head coach. They're not focused about their duties right now as a coordinator. Brian Flores is okay with being a coordinator because he thinks he's not going to be a head coach again because everything that's going on. That's understandable. he is going to make that defense click on all cylinders. And I'm excited to see how he's going to go about it without Harrison in the back end, because now he actually has to put more effort in teaching his guys how he wants them to play ball. So
I was also scared with the draft.
Got that veteran presence no more.
Yeah, when they drafted, I thought they were going to get that the dude from Oregon, the safety from Oregon.
Because everybody was saying it,
yeah. Yeah, because I'm like, okay, you got to replace your white boy. You know what I'm saying? No racism. Went to the Bears.
I was with you. I thought that would have been a good pickup for them. Honestly, I thought that would have been a great pickup.
But everybody was saying it. This year's draft, we could have a show on this year's draft. It was amazing.
Once pick, what was it? Who went to the draft?
There was a lot of surprises.
It started with the Titans when we picked Tate, because
it started with the Cardinals. When they picked
it really started with the Jets, because the Jets the whole time
they was supposed to get him.
They were supposed to take Reese. They was talking about
take him or Reese. That was 50-50. But the third pick with Love, that to me threw everybody off.
I knew it was going to happen when they said, "No, what, Bailey, we don't need you to come in." When that happened, I knew, all right, they're going to draft Bailey. I already knew we weren't too much of a fan of Reese, but I didn't think we would just let him go like that. I thought it would have been a trade down or something like that, but we like Tate that much. I already knew Love was going to go to. After that, people was talking and chammering about Love going 3. I said, "Oh, this shit really going to happen." I apologize for cursing again. But I knew that was going to happen. It sucked because I wanted him to be a Titan, but I'm okay with Tate now. But he would have been great being in this color when it comes to the Titans. But it is what it is. Love is going to have a great career. Not this year, though.
I don't understand.
I don't understand the Cardinals. The Cardinals, that was malpractice by the Cardinals by making that pick. And it sucks because it's not going to just hurt the Cardinals. It's going to hurt that. It's going to hurt Love's career because they don't have no offensive line over there. So
and their running backs, they just signed Tyler Algier, who was a great back.
On that subject, bros. Let's transition to our next section.
Wait, who was your pick? Who was your pick? For what's the name?
For the sleeper, for the NFC.
Yeah.
Sleeper.
Bears. Bears. Okay.
Bears and Bengals. And then let's transition to our other part. Let's go to that while we talking about on the subject of rookies. Rookie of the year predictions.
Who you going with?
I like it.
Let's start off.
Who want to lead off? Right, you lead off this one.
You go first. You want me to go first?
Will win first one. You go first this one. I'll go first the next one.
Before we get into it, can I say a Titan?
Go ahead. Yes, you can.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nick Singleton.
You gonna say Cardell Tate?
No.
You gonna say one of them?
No, I'm really not.
Well, if I can say, if we can say our team, I think
anybody
gonna go crazy.
From here, go ahead, Rod. You going, Rod? Go ahead. This you.
Mr. Lemon is gonna go crazy. I watched some OTAs, and he's very smooth. He runs routes very smooth. I think he's gonna be a nice little addition for us. So I of course I'm gonna be a little biased. I'm gonna do Lemon as my offensive rookie of the year candidate. I'm gonna do one more though. Who do I like? Who else did I like this year? I'm gonna do Lemon with my offensive. I don't. I'm just gonna stick with Lemon as my offense, and we're gonna go and let's go for our defense. For the defense, I kind of like Caleb Downs, or I like Sonny Styles.
You said a Cowboy? Oh my God!
He said an Eagles player and Ohio State player. That's what he heard, Quill. He didn't.
I'm not seeing his new uniform. I'm seeing what he did for my Ohio State, and I just it's undeniable. I think he's going to be a great player. I hate to say it. I hate to say it because he's who he's currently playing for, but I do think he's going to be a great player. And I hate to say it too because Sonny Styles is a commander.
Oh yeah, bro.
Their talent is undeniable. Their talent is undeniable. I'm not gonna hate on them just because they current team. They always gonna be Ohio State players first. So that's you know what I'm saying?
I can't say nothing about that.
I'm gonna go with those two boys. I'm gonna go with them two boys.
Okay, since we don't got Zion
what about
right
you?
now. Oh, he's right here.
Okay, I'm back. You want me to go first? Or you want you to go first, Quill?
I'll go. My defensive player of the year when it comes to the rookie, I apologize. My rookie defensive player of the year will be Anthony Hill Jr., my middle linebacker from Texas. He's a beast. And he got that 53 on him like Bullock back in the day. I love it. I love what he's going to be able to do. He's going to get a lot of tackles this year. He's good in coverage. He can move sideline to sideline. He's really explosive. He's going to get us some sacks. I love that, especially since he's going to be next to Gray and more than likely next to William Sr. I apologize. And our defensive line is stacked already, so he's going to clean up a lot of mess when it comes to it. So Anthony Hill Jr. will be my pick for Defensive Rookie of the Year. When it comes to Offensive Rookie of the Year from the University of Indiana, the New York Jets, Omar Cooper Jr. I love Omar Cooper Jr. He is a beast. When I say he's a beast, I wish he was a Titan. I honestly thought we was going to trade up and double up and get him, but he was picked before us. He went to the Jets. So I love him. I really wish he was a Titan. He's my favorite receiver in the draft. I understand we got Tate, but honestly, Tate was my number 2. Tate was my number 3 going into the draft. My number 1 was Omar Cooper Jr. I love Lemon also, but Cooper Jr. is amazing. He can do it all. He reminds me of A.J. Brown, but he's a little bit smaller. He's going to have a great career and a great season. Him being a legit number 2 right now, too, behind Wilson, is going to be crazy. The Jets are going to give teams problems this year.
Jets can be something. They can be something.
They can be something, but they can be something after week 1. I'm fine with that. I hope week 1 they have a terrible game. I hope it's the worst game of the season for them.
No, the Raiders won week 1 last year with Geno.
Well, I hope he sucks. I hope they have a terrible game versus us this year. Whatever they do after that, I'm so.
I don't got much faith in them, but I don't got much faith.
They got a good team. That coach, I love that coach.
Great team, like Aaron Wilson. What's his name?
Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn.
Right.
I like Aaron Glenn. I love Aaron Glenn. And for the sake of time, I'm just gonna leave it at that and keep on going. Zaza.
All right. Rookie of the Year, offensive. The guy I wanted the Cleveland Browns to draft. They had a good pick though. He got taken before. Jordan Tyson. I love Jordan Tyson. I love what he's going to do with the New Orleans Saints. Actually, listen, I was a big skeptic of Tyler Shuck. Still don't like Tyler Shuck that much because I feel like they could have got Sheduar. But I'm hating right now. I'm on Ramirez. I'm doing like Ramirez do. I'm not going to be biased, right? But when it comes to that team, another sleeper team that people aren't too high on, that I think have a chance. Tyler Shuck, with no talent around him, balled out last year. He was balling, especially late in seasons. He put the team on his back, even though he kind of old, but he was doing things that I wasn't expecting from him.
28. Huh? I think 27, 28.
Maybe 26, 27. He around that age. That age. But with Kellen Moore as your OC, you have Tyler Shuck. You're going to have your 2 good running backs. I believe Kamara's still staying. They got another back. So with him, Etienne, Kamara, you're going to have Olave. They had another receiver all in last year.
You got to pronounce his name right.
H-A. No, I'm sorry, brother. You've been ETN for 45 years. You're going to stay ETN for me, brother. Sorry. Anyways, but what I think Tyson's going to be able to do when you have Tyson and Olave lined up 1-on-1, Tyson's a matchup nightmare. On any second, whoever you want to put on it, he's going to be a matchup
healthy, bro.
He has to stay healthy. He does have to stay healthy. But I have hope that if they do what they're supposed to do, take care of him, he'll be able to perform really good. He's my rookie of the year for this year. My defensive.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Zach. Go ahead. My fault. Go ahead, Zach. I was gonna say they low key got an injury prone receiving core because a lot of these.
It's the team. Period.
It has to be. Oh yeah, and Kamara always injured.
Yeah, they got an old team.
I wouldn't even say old, bro, because they're young, but they're just injury prone.
Well, tell Chris Olave to go down. Like, stop getting hit. Chris, no, we're not gonna talk about it. Chris Olave, we love you, brother. Anyways, for sake of time, defensive player, rookie of the year. 2 picks, 2 different types of DBs. Emmanuel McNeil Warren for the Cleveland Browns. When he was there at that pick and they drafted up to get him, projected first-round pick. His size, everything screams Nick Moore. I can't remember his last name. Dude from the Seahawks. Yes. Everything screams him for the most part. He's a baller. Small school, so we don't know if what he's gonna do with this new competition. But the same thing they had for the Eagles cornerback. They play for the same school. I believe they both play for Toledo. Is that correct, Ramir? Your team?
Yes.
Both play for Toledo. Yep. And he came and he balled out. This kid has immense talent and God-gifted ability you can't really teach. especially on that defense. Now we know their DC isn't Jim Schwartz, but if they do what they do, and you got Myles Garrett rushing the passer, he has a chance to do amazing things. And my other defensive rookie of the year, since he was saying about the Jets, I love the pick they did with Pons. What's his last name? Indiana kid.
Yes, D'Angelo Pons.
D'Angelo Pons.
That was my favorite corner in this draft. Only reason he didn't go top 10 is the simple fact that he's under 6 foot.
If he was 2 inches taller, the kid would have been a top 10 pick.
He would have been a top 10 pick. When I say I got to dumb it down. I got excited.
Breathe.
His talent is beyond belief. He will hit you in the mouth. And he will scare you to a point where you don't even think about catching the ball when he's on.
His size doesn't even matter at that point.
And that's a pick right there. I would have loved them being a Titan. Another guy would have loved being in that scheme. The issue is Saleh doesn't like guys that's under a certain size, and I get that.
I understand it.
Another
I got good corners too, Quill. Alontae Taylor.
Yes, beautiful corners. But another reason why I like the Jets is all their draft picks. All their draft picks in this draft has been amazing. I love that staff that they got. So look out for the Jets. But that's a great pick also.
And even speaking about Jets, I don't mean to get off subject, but even speaking about Jets, I think Cade Klubnik has a chance too. He's not a bad player if he does what he's supposed to do. He's not a bad player. When you play for Clemson, it's a little different. You don't have the same talent. I'm not gonna say talent, but I like Cade Klubnik if he runs behind Gino. But anyway, back to Pons. I think he has a best chance because their head coach personally wanted to pick him because it reminded him of him. Therefore, he's going to know what to do with him, how to put him in the best position to succeed. And with that team and they're being under the radar, and they just need a player on defense, somebody to do something.
Hot take.
With that pick with Pons, I think they got a chance. That's my defensive player, defensive rookie of the year.
This is a hot take, and it's going to go against my Titans, but I believe he's going to get a pick in the first game of the season on Cam. We're still going to win that game, but I think he's going to get a pick. He's that good. He's sneaky good. He's sneaky good.
He's good.
So look out for him.
I like him. He's a nice player. Mm-hmm. He's a nice
player. They didn't have a pick at all last year, but he will have a pick
disgusting.
week 1. It is disgusting.
Which is disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next
guys,
subject, brother.
To our next part, bro. I hate talking about it, but AJ Brown drama, guys. So what we feeling? I started off since I am the resident Eagles fan. So I started off.
Don't start it off. You're going to be biased.
All right. I'm not going to be biased. All right. We'll start. Zai, you start. You start.
He's going, Raw. He's going. I didn't believe it either during the controversy, but as the offseason started taking off, I'm like, they're signing a lot of receivers.
Yeah.
And even though those receivers weren't, no one's going to be the caliber of AJ Brown, right? But when I saw the pick with Marquise Brown, I'm like, okay, they maybe need him as a number 3. I'm like, all right, cool. AJ Brown might stay. Then I saw the pickup with Elijah Moore. Again, Elijah Moore has not been up to par what I believe he's capable of or what he was supposed to do. But I saw that pickup. I'm like, okay, you don't really run a 4 receiver set unless your new OC is going to start doing things different. I'm like, cool. I'm like, maybe AJ Brown got a chance. When they traded for Dontavian Wicks, I'm like, AJ Brown's gone. There's no reason for you to give up draft compensation for a player. Dontavian Wicks, I think he's a great receiver. I think he's just, with that receiver in Green Bay, all they have is a bunch of good receivers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But they did. But when they did that with Wicks, I'm like, AJ Brown's gone. AJ Brown is gone. I had a sliver of hope for you, Ra. Just a sliver. But I was like, he's going because there's no reason for them to pick up all these players. Then I literally said during the draft, why are the Eagles trading up above Pittsburgh? Once I saw that pick, I said, I know they're taking Lemon because Lemon was falling. I said, they're taking Lemon. They took Lemon. Ramir, he's gone. Whatever hope you have for him, June 1st, he'll be gone. Now, what team he's going to, we're pretty sure they got a handshake deal with the Patriots. That's what I would assume. But, I mean, if they want to give him to the Cleveland Browns, we do need a receiver.
He's not going to Cleveland.
I'm just throwing it out there, guys.
I think he's going to sneak in there. He might go to I actually wouldn't be surprised if he went to the Chargers more so than anything else.
That would be amazing. That's amazing for the Chargers.
Definitely look out for that. I don't know if he's going to go to New England now because New England only wanted him because of Mike Vrabel.
Exactly.
With the whole situation that's going on with Vrabel right now, I don't know. He will fit in perfect over there. it makes sense for him to go there.
You got
If it actually
Romeo
happens.
Dobbs at your 2. So you got him at your 1, Romeo Dobbs at your 2, and then you still got the other young buck. That's
Extremely
nasty for
dangerous.
Drake May.
That team is amazing. That it's going to be fun to see what New England does and if they can come back from that loss in the Super Bowl. Because they had the easiest schedule in the world last.
They did.
Them actually playing a number one schedule, a hard schedule. Can they actually do it?
I love Drake May though. I do love Drake May.
I like May, but can he stay healthy? Because he's going to get smacked this year.
That playoff run did not look that clean though at all. He played good
defenses. It was the most impressive run. Their defense did what they were supposed to do, but they didn't look.
They got bailed out. I think if Bo Nix plays, I think they lose.
Honestly,
if Bo Nix plays, I think they lose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stidham was terrible.
So I mean, it didn't help that it was playing in that blizzard, but it was, and it turned into a defensive slobber knocking. But I didn't, you know.
How you feel about AJ?
I think it's about a 15% chance he's still an Eagle. The only reason why I'm saying this 15%. Only reason why I'm saying 15 is because Sean Mannion, our new offensive coordinator who comes from Green Bay ran with practically 11 receivers. So I don't think it's too crazy to say, we're bringing a lot of talent. And plus, most of those receivers, I don't think all the receivers we sign are actually going to be on the team for sure.
I think if you drafted Mekhi Lemon with the intent to keep AJ Brown, that's coach malpractice. Coach malpractice.
Hold on. Because when we drafted Mekhi, I went from a 25% to a 15%. So this is. But I'm saying I think there is a slight chance that he's going to be on the team. But I don't. If he is on the team post June 1st, I don't think he's going to be on the team for that whole season. And if we do trade him, he probably is going to be a Patriot. But I'm hearing news that the bidding war that we wanted to get, that this bidding war that we wanted the Eagles, like how we wanted to see what teams really wanted for AJ. I'm hearing from my sources that we getting some more traction, because the original the Rams was in it, but it was no way we was going to trade it. If we traded AJ Brown to the Rams, that would have been the dumbest thing ever. I love how.
So who do you think he's going to go to if they were to trade him? Who do you think is another team that's not the Patriots? Because all I've heard was the Patriots so far. But who do you think would be a good fit for him?
Getting in there. I'm hearing
Jacksonville. Why would they need him?
This is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Jacksonville.
That's coach malpractice again.
This is a rumor, though. This is a rumor. I don't know how true this is. But it's been some swirling of Jacksonville trying
AJ Brown
before Jacksonville.
Kobe Myers.
I've heard a little bit about the Chargers.
I love the Chargers pick. I love the Chargers.
The Patriots. And I'm hearing Jacksonville trying to sneak their way in there because the Patriots and Eagles still is kind of at a standstill.
Me being close to Philly, me doing the sports stuff that I do, I heard three teams. I heard the Titans, I heard the Patriots, and I heard the Chargers. I heard everybody else is out of it. And the Titans, we are basically not, because we don't want to give away draft picks. We're out of it too. We don't want to give away draft picks. It's about teams that are willing to give up draft picks.
By the way, quick update. Aaron Rodgers just re-signed with the
we knew that was going to happen.
Pittsburgh. He just re-signed.
Good move. Smart move.
That was a smart move.
But they still going to be 9-8, but it's fine.
Yeah, they ain't doing.
I don't even know if they're going to beat it. They don't got Mike Tomlin no more. You hope they're 9-8 this year.
It's more like 8-9 this year. So.
I hate the way this. Oh my gosh, I hate these numbers now, bro. 8-8 was so satisfying to me. 9-8 was 7-10.
And then in 2 years we're going to be going with an extra game, which I feel bad for the players, man. It's not fair towards the players. We can have a whole segment on that.
I think that's a money grab.
100%.
It's all money grab.
I don't think it's all money grab. Yeah.
First game of the season on a Wednesday. Is that correct? The first game of the season on a Wednesday.
We can talk
like,
about.
What are we doing? You're messing up football traditions. Like, I don't like it.
I don't either. But finish up, bro.
Yeah. But I just, this is new. That Jacksonville thing is new, bro. I've been looking up a little bit more information, And I don't like I said, it's fresh. I think this that Jacksonville news is probably like a couple of days old from one
If
of
they
the
were to trade him to Jacksonville, that means y'all are getting another receiver in return. Because
Exactly.
it would be no reason for Jacksonville. They still say Travis going to play offense, even if he doesn't play offense, though. Even if he doesn't, there's no way they're going to keep Brian Thomas Jr., Jacoby Myers, and Parker Washington, who's a stud. You don't really need another receiver. It doesn't make sense to get an older receiver.
Let's be honest, too, though. Let's be honest. Because we can't say AJ Brown wouldn't be better than most of those guys.
He's older.
He's still older, but he's still AJ Brown.
I'm not giving. But my
he's
point,
28. He still got a few years of.
AJ Brown's
like 28.
Yeah, is he not 30?
No, he's not 30 yet. He's not.
Oh, that's crazy. I thought he was older. But still, even with that situation, to me, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It's like you're trading just to trade. Like it's like I'm gonna give you AJ Brown. You're gonna get one of my receivers. I'm gonna give you a 7th round pick. It's like what you're not getting any top value with that.
We're gonna get a first. We gonna regardless if we do trade, we get in the first round regardless.
Ramir, you're not going to trade AJ Brown to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're not going to give you a receiver back and you get a 1st round pick. Impossible. So you might just
that's the bare minimum is a 1st rounder,
Ramir, he's not going to Jacksonville.
That's the issue right now. I keep on telling everybody the draft next year is extremely loaded, and like this year's draft it's in the middle of it was solid. Towards the end, it was terrible, and then towards the beginning, we had only like 3 top blue chip.
Yeah, and not a lot of blue chip.
But you can build a dynasty with this draft. Next year's draft, you have superstars that's going to go 1st round through the damn near 4th round. It is that stacked. So that's why you guys want a 1st round draft pick. But that's also why a lot of teams don't want to give you a 1st round draft pick. They're trying to give you guys. They're trying to give you guys a 1st round draft pick for 2028, 2029. That's that's the issue right now.
I think that's been holding. That's what has been holding off a lot of these trade talks because we, like you said, we want that first for we want that first for next year for sure.
Yeah.
So but this, like I said, that Jaguars that's a rumor I'm hearing is heating up a little bit.
The only team that I would see giving y'all something that high of value, it has to be a team that is, I'm literally a receiver away from going to the Super Bowl, essentially.
And that's the Chargers.
The Chargers, I see it. And then I see the what's the other team we were just talking about? The Patriots, because they were just there. Right.
If the Patriots give up a 1st round draft pick, that's the worst franchise in NFL history. And
you're just somebody has a handshake deal with them though.
That's the only way we trading them.
I pray to God the Patriots realize
like I said,
they were so good last year because of their damn schedule. And I'm quite sure they.
But they're not going to think that. No team thinks that, Quill. No team thinks that.
Man, listen, that schedule.
No team is going to think that.
It showed up in the Super Bowl. It showed in the Super Bowl that they.
It did.
Lucked out with the Broncos, like we talked about
a lot.
If they played the Broncos.
Yeah, they should have lost to the Broncos. If Bo Nix plays, they lose to the Broncos. I think it's not even really a game.
Oh no.
Drake May went down as the teams got harder. Drake May, he did not perform as well. But also his offensive line. I mean, this brother Will Campbell couldn't block a stop cone. I mean, Will Campbell, he got hurt. So we're hoping that the injury was
it was their whole left side too. Right. That whole left side was getting done dirty.
They did pick up a new offensive tackle, though, so we're going to see if they're going to move him to left or what they're going to do with Will Campbell. They say Will Campbell's going to stay at the left tackle, but, people say anything while they get drafted, so we don't know.
Exactly. All right, Rob, push us on. What's next?
Yeah, let's shift to the next part.
All right, let's transition, brothers. All right, no prime time for Titans again, brother.
A shame.
What's going on with y'all, bro? How you feel about this, Quill?
Honestly, I'm okay.
Well, actually,
it took me a while.
Let's do the same thing we did with
I'll go last.
Eagles. Let's start off with Zal. You start.
I think this is maybe the worst and the best thing that can happen for the Titans, right? So, for example, I'm high on the Titans this year. I love Robert Saleh. Well, I don't love him. I like him. Let's say that. I like Saleh. I'm more in love with the OC. I'm more in love with Dable. I love Dable as a coach. I think for them to fire Dable and keep the GM for the Giants, that's disgusting work. Hey, that's just me. Anyways, but
forget, Malik was out from the rip last year.
Exactly.
So
they're working with, no offense, I love Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson is always on decline. When Jackson Dart played, I wasn't a fan of Jackson Dart. Brian Daboll made me a fan of Jackson Dart. Dayball made me a fan of Jackson Dart. Just to keep that clear, it was Dayball because he's the same one who made Josh Allen look as good as he did when he still had his accuracy troubles. But anyway, back to Titans. I think it's probably
his first year with Josh Allen, he couldn't throw the ball.
He couldn't throw it, and Dayball developed it. That's what gave me hope with Dart, right?
Yes.
But for this specific situation, I think Dayball with Cam Ward's elite talent, with those receivers, if they perform again, Calvin. I'm not sure if Calvin really sees it on your team, but he's not going to play the whole season. We know how he is, right? With ability to have Calvin really possibly, Carnell Tate possibly. I love Alik. What's his name? Alik Amor. I can't say his last name.
Alik
Amor. I love him. And then I also do love, you have another dude, Dyke. I believe it's Chiqui Dyke, whatever his name is. I love their offense with Dayball. I think Dayball could turn his team into something. With Salah running the defense and Dayball running the offense, I think they have a high ceiling, right? And I do feel like with them not having any primetime games for real, this could give them a chance to learn and mess up, not on television as much, right? So I think as the season go along, and I believe they're going to win week 1, as the season go along, and they're winning games, Cam Ward, you're seeing Cam Ward play, ball out. All he needed was some competent coaching to help him out. That's all he needed. Cam Ward's a stud. He has the mindset. He has the grit for it. So with them not having any primetime games, yes, is it sad for Titan fans like my brother right here? Of course. It's very sad for him. But this can be a blessing in disguise for them because they can learn, they can see how everything plays, and they're not going to be heavily scrutinized as other teams would be. Because again, Cam Ward, first pick last year. I love Cam Ward. That was probably the first quarterback I've ever seen that we didn't even talk about at all through the season. Because we understood whatever we're seeing on the field right now, this isn't his fault. Whatever's going on with the Titans, this is the first I've seen. I'm never watching the game and like, dang, Cam Ward's just not showing up. He's doing the throws. Calvin Ridley, catch the ball. Stay healthy, please. Handle my fantasy team, brother. Please catch the ball. Lord have mercy. Okay, I'm getting worked up. Anyways, but I do believe, as they are my sleeper team as well, that this is going to be a blessing in disguise for them where they can learn each other, get stuff together, and they got a chance to do some great things. I'm telling you, it could be the same thing like the Patriots last year. Nobody was worried about the Patriots, and then you look back, they go back in the season. What? They 8-2? What? Mm-hmm. Let me start watching them. So I feel like that could be the same thing for the Titans. What do you feel like, Rocco? What y'all think?
I agree. I think they're a lot more talented than they were last year. I think I can't like they had like honestly offensively they didn't really have much. They didn't have like you look at them you can say they had Calvin Ridley by name, but Calvin Ridley ain't really been the same since he left Atlanta. Like,
by name,
I've been being honest.
No, that Jacksonville season, he
was. I think y'all severely overpaid for him, in my opinion. Though y'all got severely overpaid.
Calvin Ridley was at his best when he was with Atlanta.
Yes.
Jacksonville, Calvin
Ridley was decent. And even then, he was good, but he was supposed to be better than he is, in my opinion. Yeah, everything looks clean with him. His route running, everything.
Calvin really hasn't been a true number one in a minute. If we're being honest. He hasn't been a true number one in a minute, but it's so like y'all getting him. It's like he didn't.
We forgot Rondale Moore. No, they're
exactly.
I know I'm forgetting somebody. Yeah. No, Rondale Moore, bro.
Your offense is looking real good. They're looking a lot more talented. They got a lot more. They actually got some talent around them. I honestly, I thought y'all was gonna get Jeremiah Love, but him.
I thought they were too. I feel bad for y'all.
I mean, I'm an Ohio State guy too. So y'all getting Cardell Tate. Y'all was talking. I think Cardell Tate gonna go crazy. I'm just being honest.
To be fair, all Ohio State receivers do go crazy. Cardell Tate is the first one where I am more skeptical about, just because. Well, I'm not going to say I watch a lot of Ohio State games because I did not watch them, but I think it's just a little different when it comes to when you have that 1A receiver on the other side with Jeremiah Smith. It's a little,
Jeremiah Smith is probably the best, the most talented receiver to play in the last 6 years. Jeremiah Smith is ridiculous. So when you got Jeremiah Smith on the other side, everybody else is going to look kind of mild compared to him. But that don't change the fact that Cardell Tate is a dog. I think he's a dog. He is a very smooth route runner. Like he don't got the burners for real. But
big play. I think he still ran what? He ran 4.5. Did he run it for
Yeah,
you?
he ran about
4.5 is still
4.5, but
fast.
he ran in the range that you would want a receiver to run. That 4.5
Exactly.
smooth range. He's smooth. He's very smooth. He's like if I'm comparing him to Ohio State receivers, he's probably like maybe like a Chris Olave type. He's very
Not the
smooth with
speed
his
though.
route.
Chris Olave is burner though.
Chris is probably Chris is faster, but Cardell Tate is going to be a good receiver for you. I feel like he's going to be a good receiver. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. So I'm high on Tate. I'm very high on Cardell Tate. I think the Titans has got. I think they're a lot more talented. I trust their coaching staff better. And and like I said, it's at least y'all not the only team that didn't get no primetime games. It was
That
four
is a
other teams
fact.
besides y'all.
It still pisses me off at that fact, though.
I think you gave him one, man. Give him one.
Out of the other 5 teams, I would say y'all probably are the best or the most.
But I think they're the best by far. I don't think it's even close.
The most talented or the team that got the most potential coming into this year to make
What do you
something
think,
shake.
Will?
I mean, the other teams is what the Jets, the Cardinals, the Raiders,
Dolphins.
All
those teams, I can understand them. Besides the Jets, I feel like the Jets and the Titans are the 2 teams, in my opinion, where I feel like they've made the most changes for them to at least have a chance.
Yeah.
You should at least give them one to see what they do.
Gino. I don't trust Gino.
I think Gino was a decent quarterback with the Seahawks. I think it's pretty good. Whatever happened over there, I don't think nobody could do nothing over there with the Raiders. I ain't gonna lie. Pete Carroll is my guy.
Gino got a little. He got a little too much dip on his chip. He got a little. He had a couple of good years, and he got a little.
It could have been, but I think he's gonna go back to being mid-level with the he has talent around him. When you have, I don't know, the offensive line, that's what you got to worry about. But when you have Garrett Wilson, I mean, still a stud receiver. He still hasn't even had the chance to perform to his best. Garrett Wilson, Omar, Adonai Mitchell. Brees Hall came back. Got 2 stud tight ends. I don't know why you got to get Sadiq. But Sadiq and Taylor, my bad. Go ahead, Quill. This your time.
No, I'm listening. Hey, I'm listening to y'all. Like I said before, I'm just happy to be on. I'm happy to be on here with my brothers. We talk, but we don't talk as much as we should. So I'm just happy. I'm just in enjoyment mode right now, seeing y'all going. But talking about the Tennessee Titans, we will be better this year. We didn't have a good coaching staff at all last year. So with the lack of a coaching staff, with the lack of talent around Cam, it made things more difficult for him. When it comes to this year, we created a lane for him to be amazing. We created a lane for him to be dominant. We created a lane for this team to make some noise. So I'm excited for it. I'm ready to see everything going. I'm okay that we didn't have any primetime games, because I think, hey, having a set schedule, when you think about it, all our games will be at 12 other than 2. Well, 12 in their time and Tennessee time. Here it will be 1 p.m. So with all the games being at the same exact time, we can get routines. Everything will be simpler. Everything will be easier. We can get the status quo. Only thing we care about is winning. So I'm excited about that. We're going to win some games. I'm not worried about the outside opinion of people that don't know who the Tennessee Titans are, because by the end of this year, everyone will know who the hell the Tennessee Titans are. We're going to make some noise. And that last game of the season might be a primetime game. Don't be surprised if it is.
I wouldn't be for the playoffs.
For the playoffs, for the AFC South Championship. Don't be surprised about that. That's why I'm also not really worried about it, because I know we're still going to get it. I'm going to be going to some games this year, so I'm happy about that. I got NFL Sunday ticket, so sometimes the seat is better from the house anyway. It is what it is. I'm not going to bitch and complain about it. I apologize for cursing. But this season will be a season to remember for a positive way for the Tennessee Titans. I'll leave it at that.
I think y'all benefit from being in an easier decision, an easier conference too.
It's not an easier conference or easier division. You crazy?
It's not an easy division, but it's definitely.
I didn't say it was easy. I said easier.
Think about our conference. Think about the division last year. We were the worst team in the division last year. The Colts would have been a playoff team if Daniel
that is
Jones
true.
didn't get injured.
That is true.
Houston Ball last year.
I'm thinking of.
You think about like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm thinking about a couple of years because it did just escape my mind that the Colts were at one point the number one seed.
The Colts, they just do the same thing every year. It's like you're right. Like, all y'all gotta do is just win. And something always happens.
Bro.
It was the injury, yes. Yeah, it got to him. Once Daniel
Jones went down once Daniel Jones went down,
he was balling too.
He was balling. He was looking good. But they just ran out of time and they didn't have
coach,
nothing.
Bro. Y'all coach, that coach is amazing too. He doesn't get the credit he deserves, man.
I miss him back with the Eagles.
That's the crazy thing about him. He's going to get fired if they don't win more than 8 games this year. So you're going to have another crazy OC. No, he can come back to Tennessee because he can come to Tennessee. I think we had him before too.
Y'all got Dayball. Who you
Dayball is going to be a head coach. He's going to be a head coach candidate.
I think he will too.
So that's the issue that we're going to have.
Yeah, Dayball. If Dayball goes crazy with the Titans, he's probably going to be one and done with him.
He is. Only issue is the running situation. We need to have a solid running back. We have 3 good ones, but who's going to take the reins?
Pollard.
I love Pollard is getting up there in age. Severus can't stay healthy. Older. And Singleton, we don't know what Singleton we're going to get now with his foot injury. So with the foot injury, with TP getting old, and with Spears can't stay healthy, that's the only thing. That's why I wanted Love. Because I feel like we would have been better off with Love and then just signed Jennings instead of having Tate. And then
that would have been 10 times better.
Got one of the dogs.
It would have been, the wide receivers. A better decision.
Exactly. And the wide receivers that's coming out next year are going to be crazy. So that's why I wanted that. But at the same time, it is what it is. I'm happy with Tate. I feel like Tate is going to have a good year. I can see him having between 800 and 900 yards, and that's what we need him to do. So
I believe that.
He's a sleeper for 1,000. All right, let's transition to our next point.
Mm-hmm.
Sheduar Sanders starting.
This is the last point, right?
The last point for the days, bros. All right. And we're going to follow what we've been doing with the last few slides. So Zaire's going to go last. I'll start this one off, bro.
Let's go.
Sheduar Sanders is not starting. It's going to be point blank and period, bro. From what I'm hearing, they saying that it's Deshaun Watson City over there. It's Deshaun. If we're being honest, I think Deshaun Watson is probably the most talented. He has not played like he's the most talented the last few years. He honestly, he hasn't been the same since he took that year off. But I think it's Deshaun Watson City. I like Sheduar. He didn't look bad in the games he's played. But if we're just being honest from a talent standpoint, nobody in that quarterback room is touching Deshaun Watson. I know there's another quarterback is another young gun that you high about Quill.
I love him.
That you really like. And I know Deshaun Watson is probably coming off the Achilles. He probably is. He's not going to be the same. But I think it's a pretty surefire bet that it's probably Deshaun Watson coming back and being the starter for the Cleveland Browns this year. That's my opinion. I like Sheduar. If Sheduar starts, I wouldn't say I'll be surprised if at some point in the season he gets a starter too, because they probably still want to figure out what they got in him. But I'm thinking at this point it's probably going to be Deshaun, and then Sheduar might be 2 or 3, if depending on how you feel about that quarterback room. That's me.
And I want to say 3, and I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said before, if he gets traded, I think Dylan Gabriel is going to get traded to Atlanta, and he's going to be the number 3 over there in Atlanta. I would not be surprised if Sheduar got traded somewhere else. But the issue is, I don't think it's going to happen because Malkin, he likes him because he wanted him in Baltimore. So I get that. But he's not I don't think he's a starter. I don't think he's going to be a starter. Not saying that he doesn't have that talent, but I just don't see it right now this year. I love Green. Green from Arkansas, he can ball. He has an arm and he has legs beyond belief. He can ball. If he started at some point this year, it would not surprise me. If he did some miraculous stuff in the offseason and in training camp, it would not surprise me. If you look at this kid's film, you're going to be like, oh, he can really play. He didn't have a lot of talent with him at Arkansas, but I promise you he can play. He's good. Sheduar is a good quarterback, but he's just a good quarterback. In the NFL, that doesn't rock. That's the issue. You can't just be good and just think you're going to have a job. Especially now, I'm about to say something, but I can't say that because it's also going to get us canceled. But I love Sheduar, but I don't think he is going to be there much longer. I wouldn't be surprised if he got cut. Well, not cut. I wouldn't be surprised if he got traded. I would not. I don't think he's going to be a QB2. If he's a QB2, he's a QB2. No, I don't see it. Honestly, it might
his
be
name makes it hard for him to be a QB2.
And that's the issue. His name makes it hard for him to be on a team, period, and not start. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Watson can play still. He can still play. He was in a terrible situation. He went to it. First of all, he messed up by going to a team that he really didn't care about. He went to a team because of money.
Yeah, the Browns just threw.
He wanted to go to Atlanta. He wanted to go to Atlanta. He signed on to go to Atlanta before Cleveland said, "You know what? We give you everything." That was the stupidest thing they could do in the world. Stupidest thing they can do in the world. So they messed up by doing that. Mortgage everything.
Should have kept Baker. Should have kept the Baker show.
They could have, and Baker was pissed. And it wasn't Kevin Stefanski's part. That wasn't on him. That was on the GM at the time.
I thought it was the owner.
It was the owner, I believe, or was the GM? It was Barry or it was the owner. They wanted it.
I think that was before Barry. Was that not before Barry?
No, Barry was there. Barry was there. Barry's been there for a minute.
He didn't want it to go down. I know for a fact Kevin Stefanski did not want that. He wanted Baker. But Baker
because he played well on his system.
He did. But the thing is, Stefanski didn't fight for him. That's why Baker got pissed and said, "I'm leaving."
Yeah.
He wanted Baker to stay and fight for it when it comes to the who was going to be QB1. That was the issue. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Dylan, like I said, Dylan, he's going to go to what's the name? He's going to Atlanta more times than not, because you can't have four quarterbacks on that roster, and you cannot cut Watson. That contract, you cut it, that money is burnt. It's like burning money.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a little bit better than it was a few years ago, but that is still one of the most
crazy, bro,
horrendous contracts ever made.
Is it my turn yet?
Exactly. I love Green. Again, I love Green. You guys need to pay attention to Green.
I like Green too.
He can throw and he can run.
All right. He's a kid who's 6'5", built like a tank.
Yes.
6'5", built like a tank, can run a 4.3, damn near close to a 4.2.
Like Tyree.
I heard a little bit about him.
Is it my turn?
It's your moment to shine.
I'm not exactly sure what drugs you guys are on right now, but y'all need to get off it because this is the Sheduar show. All right, guys, this is me being unbiased. I've watched all the game film from Sheduar.
Unbiased. You got his jersey on.
I'm a fair. Listen, I'm straight down the line. Okay. Listen, I love Deshaun Watson too. I think we all love the idea of what Deshaun Watson used to be. He used to be one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch. The thing about it is, we all keep hoping each and every season he's gonna go back to where he was.
He tore his Achilles.
Okay.
He was trash before he tore his Achilles.
It was trash before that. I don't know what it was. The moment he got to Cleveland, the brother forgot how to play football. Deshaun Watson hasn't been able to show us good things on the football real field in over 3 years. Injuries or not. The injuries ain't going to make him no better. If he was bad before the injuries, man, I don't know. Now, I have been watching some of the little tapes, and I do think he's ripping the ball. He's throwing it. And I'm not being biased. If I watch Deshaun Watson and Sheduar throw the football, and I'm just looking at him throw, it doesn't look close. It doesn't look close. Obviously, Deshaun Watson throws, to me, a better spiral type of football, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is, right? Everybody can agree with that. But when it comes to a person who's make a team better, Sheduar Sanders doesn't have any elite traits, for real. No elite traits, not elite size, arms, and nothing. The dude knows how to play football. It's that simple. He knows where to throw the ball, get the ball there, and how to be a star. That's what he does. He makes the plays that are needed to win a football game, and it's just that simple. Now, again, Sheduar, he's used to playing with trash teams. So, obviously, when he's playing with these teams last year, and he's performing decently. Not gonna say he performed good because he had games where I'm like, yo, Sheduar, what are you doing? And he's also had games against the Titans where I'm like, that's the quarterback I know. Now his job now, as because even though he stated this before, he said, I'm learning how I learn football. I'm learning how I understand. Because again, he was coached by his dad his whole life, so his dad knows him better than anybody. So once you go to that first team that's not coached by your dad, and these coaches, no offense to them, but you're important, but they don't care. They care, but they're like, I still got a job to do. So Sheduar had to learn differently, learn a whole new system, learn everything different. He doesn't have the receivers he had at Colorado. He doesn't have offensive line's about the same before. I don't know. Offensive line's still terrible. But when you're used to throwing to Travis Hunter, and where it's like, okay, I trust you to make a play, and you're throwing to Jerry Jeudy. I used to love Jerry Jeudy. The brother I don't know what you're doing sometimes, brother. I really don't know. But when you do try to act like you have a Travis Hunter and you don't have a Travis Hunter, and you throw the ball up and you get picked off, everybody's looking at you. He has to comprehend who he's playing with now. That's why I love what they did in the draft, because they got some good players. Now, I'm not too high on Boston, but I think maybe we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to be too what's the name. But dealing with starting quarterback, I don't think it should be a question that it should be Sheduar. Now, I think you're going to play it fair. I think you're going to play fair. You got a lot of money still wrapped up in Watson. So I'm not going to say I would be shocked if Watson starts, right? I would not say I'm shocked. But again, are you going to lose the team by starting Watson, Tom Munkin? If you decide that Deshaun Watson is your quarterback, I don't care what no one says. Everybody who talks about Sheduar on that team, they love Sheduar. They love Sheduar as a quarterback. Am I wrong? We all looking who?
But do we know how they feel about
I don't think he's
Watson?
gonna lose the team.
Watson wasn't. You're not going to lose the team by starting Watson over Sheduar.
If Deshaun Watson starts and he doesn't perform immediately, I think he might lose the team immediately.
All right, so we're saying. So you're saying that
so,
basically, if Sheduar plays and he doesn't do well,
I think Sheduar has a longer leash because they understand he's young. I think this is just me.
Okay,
now again, this is just me again because I don't think they have 4 quarterbacks on the roster. I like Green too, by the way. Them 4 quarterbacks not gonna be there. I know Gabriel shipped off, but in my opinion, if you think Sheduar is your guy, no controversy. If you think Sheduar is your guy, if Sheduar is gonna start week 1, I think you got to pack up Deshaun Watson. In my opinion, are they gonna do that?
But the issue again with that is Green is a more you got to realize the NFL and their fan base is about excitement.
True.
More so than anything else. If you get Green in there, and let's say he does what Sheduar did last year with the excitement wise, they're going to want, oh shit, Green is a better prospect because he could move with his legs a lot better.
In my opinion, I think in my opinion though, he's a freak athlete. He can throw a little bit, but that's the way everybody. He's an athlete. But when it comes to that situation, I think it's a little bit different because of Sheduar's name, right? So, for example, I think last year when it came to the Gabriel to Sheduar situation, those 2 quarterbacks were, I don't think it was close, but they gave Dylan Gabriel the nudge. And everybody, let's be real, everybody who watched football, in my opinion, we all thought Sheduar was better. That's just what I believe. Most people thought Sheduar was better. So anytime Dylan Gabriel messed up, they were quick to throw Sheduar in. I think if the situation is Sheduar starting and Taylor Green is the backup, right? Let's just say that's the situation. Mm-hmm. I think Shedeur is going to have a longer lead. So if week 1, week 2, week 3, until I think if Sheduar just is terrible from week 1 to 5 or 1 to 6, now it's like, okay, that's bad. But if Sheduar is showing you something, glimpses, boom here, boom here, boom here, he's going to have a least where he has a chance to start the whole season and he can perform the whole season and give him his whole season. As if you start, and truly, it's what I believe. If you start Deshaun Watson, again, this is my opinion. If you start Deshaun Watson, right, and you say this is your guy, right?
Yeah.
They are fans. Unless Deshaun Watson truly becomes who he was and he's a top 10 to top 15 quarterback, everybody is essentially waiting for Deshaun Watson to play bad so Sheduar can get in, right? And I don't think that's fair to Deshaun Watson, in my opinion. I don't think so. So the pressure, if you start Deshaun Watson, is Deshaun, you have to be perfect or you're gone. Where in the sense of if Sheduar is a starter and you get rid of Watson, Sheduar can play his game, do what he has to do, see what he has, see what you have to develop in him. Because again, if he's terrible, you have a high pick next year. If he's what we think he is, because again, no offense, this team is good. The defense is supposed to be, it should still be good. The offense, if the receivers are what, I'm still iffy on the receiver because they don't have no bona fide guy. We're still hoping on Conception. We're going to hope on Boston, but they don't have a bona fide guy. We love Judkins. We love Sampson. They re-up that offensive line a little bit. They still got to take time to get together, but the team is set up for a quarterback to come into play, essentially, right? So again, I just don't think, as Todd Monken should do. Again, I'm not a coach. Unless Deshaun Watson is, we're all watching Deshaun Watson is clearly the guy. I think you give the nudge to Sheduar. But if they don't want to do that and they want to go the other route, that leash is going to be short. And there are going to be fans wanting Sheduar in every second they can get. Anytime Deshaun Watson has a bad game, I promise you, if Deshaun Watson starts 0-2, they're going to want him off the field immediately. Because it's not like, my bad, Ron, I'm going to say this last thing. It's not like we don't know, not saying this. It's almost like you know what Deshaun Watson has showed you. Now, again, as Deshaun Watson fans, I am a fan. I still believe he can get back to the way he was. That's what we're hoping. But when you have to use your brain and think, the last 3 to 4 years when we seen him play, he wasn't good. He just wasn't good. Even when he was healthy, he was not good at football, right? So when you're saying, I'm going to give you the nudge here, even though you haven't been good for 3 to 4 years, it's going to be hard for fans to swallow unless he's actually good. Because everybody going to say, we saw him 3-4 years. He wasn't good. Why are we starting him?
It's this. You also got to realize when it comes to football, period, bro, it's the system that you're in.
That is true.
You got to realize that maybe it was just the system. Not saying that Kevin Stefanski is not a good coach.
He's not. Well, not saying that.
But maybe that system was not for him. Exactly.
Yeah,
so it could be that.
Didn't look good in that system.
And also, you got to think about. I was just thinking this. I was thinking two things. I want to ask you, as a Browns fan. A, do you think if?
Chill.
I apologize. If you, do you think we would be having this conversation about Sheduar if his last name wasn't Sanders?
No.
Okay. But again, the name always going to come with it, right? So it's hard to say. It's hard to say that in general, right? But listen, I'm being fair. This is going to be fair. In my opinion, I watched every Colorado game.
I did too.
Since he's been there, right?
I did too. Check down. He would lure.
No. People, I see some of it was check downs, but again, we have to be fair and say, who was he playing? When your offensive line cannot block anybody, it's bad. Now, the stats he takes, that's on him oftentimes. You got to get the ball out.
So what you
that is on him. He's not a perfect quarterback. But listen, he's not a perfect quarterback. I'm not saying by any means he's a perfect quarterback. Okay. I'm not saying by any means he's going to be a star in the NFL. His name has more power than what he has performed at.
Yes.
But what I am saying...
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I apologize. Go ahead.
But what I am saying is I've seen him play. And I've seen him take poverty teams, no offense to the teams, right? Again, he had it set up for him. He had everything set up. So I'm not saying he's perfect. He's not perfect at all. But I've seen him do things on a football field when you don't have any immense talent, where it's like, why are you good right now? It's because of who he is and what he brings. He's still a smart kid. He's a smart kid. He got to be able to set the field. So he has. So we have to just make sure if. And this is another thing when I'm talking about the system. When you talk about the system, right? You got to make a decision. Is Todd Monken's bringing his system, right? Well, I'm assuming he's going to bring his system.
Yes. Rob,
who does that fit more? Does it fit Deshaun or Sheduar?
Deshaun.
And that's what I'm saying. If it's going to fit Deshaun,
you want to be honest? The system really fits Green more than anybody. But we're not saying
that is okay. That is true. That's why they got him too. Exactly. They got a lot of play action in him.
That system fits Green more than it fits anybody else on that roster.
That is true.
And listen, Sheduar is a smart-ass quarterback. He is an IQ-driven quarterback. Does he have the greatest arm? No. Does he have the greatest accuracy? No. He's extremely accurate.
He is extremely accurate, though. He is extremely accurate.
His money on lowering teams.
Bros. Let's say our final remarks. We're running long.
I apologize.
Last thing. Okay.
So when it comes to Sheduar, he lures you to sleep, check downs, smart throws, and then he bombs you. You got to realize he did have talent around him at Colorado.
He did.
He did have talent around him at Cleveland too.
I don't agree with that one as much. Not receiver-wise.
Crazy. Then you had the best tight end. He had damn near the best tight end in the game last year.
But guys,
tight end was the star.
Guys, that is true. He is a star. But we have to. Okay, we got to put things in concept and perspective here, right? Perspective, right? Wait, Roman. Let me just. Is it going to stop at 1:30?
No. It's your final remarks though.
Okay, let me just one thing. I'm gonna say this last thing, right? Okay, I'm never saying that he doesn't have talent. Because at Colorado, he had talent at the receiver position. That's why his receivers were drafted because, no offense, because of him at the end of the day. Besides Travis. Travis is a stud. Travis will always be a stud.
Yeah.
He's a stud. Other receivers got drafted mostly because of Sheduar. He's a good player, right? When he went to Cleveland, again, his receivers went from great receivers to subpar receiver. Besides Fankin, or besides Harold. And he did have good running backs. But again, if I'm the quarterback and my job is to throw the ball and I don't trust my receiver, his first play was to Judy. Pick.
Dropped it.
No, he had a pick. He threw a pick because he thought he was going this way, the other dude went that way. And that's the learning curve that's going to have to come with it, obviously. But what I'm saying is, with a full offseason and a full thing, if he starts, there should be no excuses for him this year because he can have more talent. That's the main thing I'm saying. Go ahead, Rara.
Go ahead, big bro.
Close it off.
No, that's the same thing I was saying. I love him. I love him as a person. I love the man that he is. I love everything that he states. I love the family aspect of his game, what his family does, and what each and every one of his family members does when it comes to promoting him. I'm not high on him as other people are when it comes to the football field aspect, because I see certain shit a different way than a lot of people see. Can he be an all-star? Can he be a Pro Bowler? Can he be an all-pro
last year?
We don't count that.
Bro,
we don't count. I'm not counting that one.
You must
Wait,
hurry
question.
up.
Shaquille, last year, was he your second quarterback on the board?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Shaquille, was he your second quarterback on the board last year? Sheduar.
He was. Yes, he was my second quarterback.
Okay.
So I feel like he can be a beast. He should have been a second or first round draft pick last year. But the issue with Sheduar is he can't create more so than Cam. See, that's the issue. I compare him to Cam more so than I can.
Cam's a stud, though.
Cam is a stud. So Cam is a better quarterback.
I agree with that.
Cam Ward is 100% because he can create. No, I wouldn't even say that. Sheduar is very smart. Cam's arm is better.
His arm talent, you can't teach his arm talent. His arm angles, you can't teach it.
You can teach what Sheduar has and what Sheduar does. You can't teach what Cam has and what Cam does. That's why I like Green, because you can't teach what Green does when things break down.
He's a freak athlete.
Exactly. Like I said before, I think Sheduar is going to be a starter one day. I think he can be a starter in this league. I just don't. The hype is.
I understand that.
It's the hype that gets me sometimes, and it's not his fault.
It's not his last name. You can't do nothing about that.
You can't do nothing about your last name. Simple as that. You can't do nothing about your last name. I just wish you gave the kid time to grow. And it's difficult doing that when you are such a fucking star. And he's a star.
And you're in Cleveland, who needs a quarterback. That's why I was hoping, in my opinion, I'm sorry, Rob, this last thing
I said. Went to Baltimore.
Man, last year, not even Baltimore. Last year, and this is my opinion, I felt strong on this. I really wanted him to go to the Rams. That's where I wanted him to fall to, right behind Stafford for a couple of years. And I feel like him behind that McShay offense, I think he would have had a better chance to see. There's no pressure on him because they already know who their starter quarterback is. You know, you have 2 to 3 years and you would have been good. That's why I was hoping he went. But once you go to Cleveland, or see that's feeding for a quarterback, man, it's just a different type of pressure, different type of we need you to perform ASAP. So it's a little bit different.
I like the subject, yo. Our next our next spot, I want to talk about this more. If possible.
This is good.
I would love to talk about Sheduar more because everybody's perspective is everywhere. And it might seem like hate to some people just because we don't think he's an all-star caliber, perfect type caliber player. But it's not the fact that we don't think he's great. It's everything around.
He's talented in his own way. He's talented in his own way. I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he has some of the elite intangibles that like a superstar quarterback.
That is, but does Jalen have Jalen running? But Joe Burrows. What is Joe Burrows? Before everybody say he has good arm talent, Joe Burrow has that. But what does everybody say about Joe Burrow? It's the killer mindset that he has. It's almost Brady. Joe Burrow is like Brady like. But it's different. I would say Cam has elite talent though. Cam, his arm talent is elite.
Yes.
When it comes to the Brady and the Joe Burrow, in my opinion, their arm talent isn't elite, but at least they have substantially tall. They're very tall, 6'3", 6'4". Sheduar is the problem with Sheduar is he's just average everywhere. Essentially, he's like
average everywhere.
So he has to be.
That hurts
For him to be the person he needs to be, he has to reach the pinnacle. He can't be. No, you have to be pinnacle every game if you want to be that guy. But we'll get back on this another time.
And that's why he does what he do. Before we get out, I apologize. That's why he does what he had to do. That's why I understand he does the check down. Okay, I lured them to sleep. Boom, down the field.
Boom, up the scene.
But you got to realize, NFL teams will get that. The shit that he got off last year,
it's not going to be the same
this year. It's not going to be the same this year because they know. All right, he's going to give you a check down, look out back, pick. It's a wrap. So we got to be smart about that, and we got to give him time to grow. That's why I say I don't like the system. I don't like the team that he's. I wish he was on a different team.
The way they ran, it reminded me of a young Dak Prescott. Well, when he was his first year starting with the Cowboys, when he was.
But see, their talent was different.
The
talent was different.
Talented. And Dak, this was a young Dak when he was still running, he was still mobile. Like he was a check down merchant. It was check down.
Exactly.
Then he'll take the top off. But
the thing is, Dak didn't have that last name. Because
that is true.
And he if Romo started
that star on his helmet though. But it
doesn't matter. They love Romo. And if Romo would have kept on starting, it would have been okay. And it would have let Dak grow the way he should have grown. And it worked out for Dak. It did, because he didn't have that much pressure because everybody thought Romo was going to come back. They thought it was just
a little glimpse. It's like, okay, we know what we got for the future. Romo, all right, Dak. Okay, Romo, come on back.
Romo never came back.
They ran with the high hand.
There's a lot of pressure that's on Sheduar. I'm not saying that he can't handle it all, but
it's just a different type.
It's a different type. And
for
now,
a fifth-round quarterback,
we're going to that's my last statement of the day. It's my last statement of the day. If Cleveland Brown doesn't do well and Sheduar is the starting quarterback when they don't do well, I want to see, are the fans still going to be behind him the way they are now when he starts sucking?
If
he starts, I don't pray bad for nobody. If he starts sucking,
question:
how the hell that's
going to go? Sorry, Rami. Last thing I know. Question. So if he's a middle of the pack quarterback, let's say he's in that same range of not Geno from last year, but let's say I don't want to say Darnold because Darnold had a good year last year. Like I know, but that's why I said I don't want to say him. But I'm not high on Brock Purdy. So if he's like Brock Purdy's not a good example.
You say Geno when he was with Seattle.
Geno with Seattle, where he's very he shows his glimpses, but we also see he's not amazing. Is that a success for Cleveland? Yes or no?
No, it's not, because they won't win as many games, but it's going to be a success for Sheduar.
But do you not think they can go? But do you not think they can win 8 games if he plays like Geno?
They can win 8 games based off the strength of their defense. If their defense perform how they did last year,
but that's my point, though.
If they have somewhat decent
MVP, they will think that Sheduar is an MVP. If he had the same numbers that Geno had in Seattle, they're going to think that Sheduar is an MVP.
I believe that.
Because that would be the best quarterback play they've had since they went to the playoff. They went to the playoffs with Baker.
That is true.
So I mean, it's subjective. It's all subjective.
Extremely. It's all about who your favorite team is, baby. But if you put him, that's why I always say, if you put Sheduar on the Tennessee Titans last year, Titans aren't winning 3 games. And I don't care what nobody say.
I don't think he'll get the start.
If you put Cam on the Cleveland Browns of last year, Cleveland is in the playoffs.
I don't believe that.
I don't know about that, bro.
Listen, it's not on Cam Ward. It's not on Cam Ward is what I'm saying. It's on that receiving core. That receiving core is bad. I've watched the game.
How bad was our
receiving core might have been worse than the Browns?
They were bad as well. But I'm saying, at least y'all had young talent who showed you something. Calvin really got hurt, so obviously it wasn't that. But Jerry Jeudy, the man's just not good at football.
He's tight end is a top 5 tight end.
He had a band last year.
He's the only person they're throwing it to.
We didn't have a strong running game last year. We didn't have a strong receiving core last year. We didn't have a competent coach last year. Cam Ward on Cleveland last year. I don't think it's the playoffs. You can clip this right now. Cam Ward on Cleveland last year Cam Ward would have been a rookie of the year.
I believe rookie of the year. Who's rookie of the year? Who's the rookie of the year last year?
Tyler Shuck, I think. Tyler Shuck.
Nah, it wasn't.
Tyler.
Was it a Booker? No, it was McMillan.
It was McMillan. I apologize.
And McMillan to me is still.
Cam Ward would have been a rookie of the year. Cleveland would have been in the playoffs.
I don't agree with that one.
That's that elite. We can end it on that.
But say the Titan, we didn't know he was elite till late on the season. We're not late on the season, but it took him a couple games. Okay, let's finish around. Go ahead, cut it off. We're gonna be all day.
Bro, it's been a pleasure, bro. We gonna keep this up. We gonna meet up next week, and we gonna pick up with some familiar topics, bro. But this is Murphy's Knows Best. Once again, I'm your host Ramir Murphy, number 2, big bro Shaquille Murphy, Murphy number 1, and little bro Zaire Murphy, Murphy number 3. Tune in next week. We gonna have some more heat for y'all. We out of here.
Deuces.
Murphy knows best.